Hello and welcome back to another exciting episode, a kvetching episode of Let's Kvetch.
You know, this is our 6th episode. That's amazing.
Baruch Hashem.
That's right.
I apologize in advance. I'm having a bad voice day.
All right.
You know, like some people have bad hair day. I'm having a bad voice day.
We'll deal
Sometimes
with
if my tzitzis get in the wash, I have a bad tzitzis day because they get kind of curly and they don't look right.
Okay.
So I apologize. I hope you can hear me.
Yo, welcome to the show. It's Let's Kvetch, where mindful speech and wisdom always stretch. Rabbi Raphael, Howard on the mic, dropping Torah gems every day in sight.
I'm Raphael, Leban, your co-host of Let's Kvetch.
And I'm Howard Wedgle, your co-host.
Scooch in.
Scooch.
Make sure I just want everybody to see you. I don't want anybody to miss you.
Okay.
And we're actually on location. It's very exciting for us. One of our first times to roll with the studio, the remote studio.
One outside the studio. Yeah.
We're a remote studio.
The world headquarters of Let's Kvetch.
We'd like to thank today's sponsor.
Absolutely. So we're going to have Shua Horowitz, who's the owner of the East Side Kosher Deli.
Is he sponsoring the show too?
Well, that's I think to be negotiated, but you know we're here. You know, it's an iconic place for the Jewish community and the worldwide community, for that matter.
Yes.
So we are pleased and honored.
I find in my journeys around the Jewish world, I say Denver and they say East Side Kosher Deli.
Right after.
It's like, you know, I say white, you say black. I say Denver, you say.
So
I say Let's
I'm from
Kvetch.
Denver, and
you
they
say.
said, "Oh, I've been to the East Side Kosher Deli."
That's right.
Wow, see, and I say, you know, I'm from Denver, and they go, "So."
Thanks for joining us for today's show.
Okay. All right. So
I want to just start off.
Yes.
Yeah, how's your tea?
It's beautiful.
Everything's always good. I actually ate here last night at the East Side Kosher Deli, and it was delicious.
Okay.
Today I'm gonna set the stage. Can I do that?
Well, but did you kvetch last night? Because
what I want to say is we're not going to be kvetching about the food. If you're watching this episode because you were hoping Howard and I were going to kvetch about the food at the East Side Kosher Deli,
and to have the owner of the establishment here at the same time, not a good move.
Not a good move.
No.
So we're not doing that. That's not today's episode. But I think part of our hope is that we will have some food kvetch episodes.
No, this could be the start of future kvetching and eating at the same time.
Two of your favorite topics.
No, my favorite, not topics, but things to do. So so this is something I'm going to ask about Shua. Do you need to have the food in order to kvetch, or you kvetch and then it's just enhanced by the food? I don't know. So those are things.
Kvetching goes well with dinner or breakfast or lunch. Kvetch all times at all meals of the day, and sometimes a snack kvetch in between meals also.
Right, and there's no opportunity that's overlooked.
Right. I hope we're not going to get interrupted today in the show. I mean, we are on location here.
Well, okay. Interrupted by whom?
Well, my wife is coming to the deli in a little bit, so
okay.
we have to get the show going. Okay.
Or?
Without further ado,
right.
Let's get our special guest, and let's go to the episode. We'd like to introduce the owner of the East Side Kosher Deli.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Shua Horowitz.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Thanks.
Thank you for
being
having
here.
us at the East Side Kosher Deli.
Thank you for being here. And Rabbi Leban, I did see, excuse me, I did see you and your wife here last night for dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got our summer hours, so dinner, we've got our full dinner extended hours.
What are the? I did not know that.
Well,
Okay, so
A commercial. Let's pause the kvetching for a commercial break.
for a commercial break for the
sponsor.
sponsor.
Yeah.
Well, it hasn't been negotiated yet, has it?
Right.
Okay.
We can cut this part out later
Got it.
if it doesn't. The negotiations don't go well.
yeah, no.
Fair enough. So yes, so we're back to our old hours, which is that we have dinner service. Last eating at the restaurant is going to be through 8:00, and then the store closes at 9, and that we'll have that through the end of the summer. And then next week we've got a special 9 days menu that kicks in starting Sunday.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Delish.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Amazing.
Looking forward. So it's a positive. That's a great thing. Okay. All right. So I just want to introduce
Please.
Shua, just in case people know. I mean, first of all, Shua's owned the East Side Kosher Deli for 10 and a half years. And we are so glad. You're originally from Hempstead, West Hempstead?
Well, I mean, originally from Brooklyn, New York, but I was living in West Hempstead on Long Island, and then moved here about 11 years ago. So during the process of buying the deli, I moved here. My family moved in August of that year. So my family's here a little bit less than me. August is now 10 full years for them.
Wow.
That's an achievement.
Yeah.
10 years.
Yeah.
Of East Side Kosher Deli.
Right. Absolutely. So
I think you're also, not only is this our first podcast on location, but I think you're our first Brooklyn guest, Brooklyn-born guest, which I think is a special regarding kvetching. It's like almost like a degree or a pedigree.
In a positive way, you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. But prior to owning the deli, you had some other business, but you also, you were for a time in the food business as well.
Yep.
Okay.
About 20 years before moving here to Denver.
You want to talk about just a little bit
Sure.
about that?
I owned a grocery store in the Catskill Mountains for a couple of summers, around a couple of bungalow colonies and summer camps.
Really?
Yeah, 2 summers. I did that while I was in college. A friend of mine and I both owned stores at the same time near each other.
What town? Our town?
In Harris, New York. So near Harris Hospital. I don't know if it's called something else now. That was for 2 summers. I worked for 2 different caterers in New York, cooking for them when I was younger. So like night jobs, working for a caterer. So that was my story into the food business. Left the food business, went on into medical supplies, which was a family business, and then international cell phone business for about 10 years, and then here.
Okay.
But is it safe to say that your true passion is
Food?
feeding Jews,
100%.
feeding Jewish people?
My true passion is food. Yeah, anybody. But
Not the people, the customers. Your passion is the food.
my passion is the food, absolutely.
And is it fleischiks particularly, meat particularly?
Primarily, my personal expertise lies there. Yes, and we don't cook dairy here at the East Side Kosher Deli.
Right.
We do dairy events where we're cooking off site.
You've catered to wine and cheese
Yes,
in previous years.
correct.
So
Yep, we did that.
You're capable.
Yes, and yes, but primarily I'm a meat centric individual. I'm a carnivore.
I think it's safe to say that all of us,
All
you're
of us
not
at
a-
this table,
all
is that
of
what
us
you're
at- all of us at this table.
Absolutely.
are meat
Cholent,
people.
where would
No,
we'll have a Cholent episode.
Although they do have certain, you have vegetarian items and vegan.
Yep.
Okay.
Vegetarians are also welcome.
Okay, so we check that box. That's great. Okay.
Now, here's I like to get right down to it.
Yep.
Again, our topic today and every day actually on this podcast, as you know, is kvetching.
Okay.
And again, our motto is Kvetch responsibly, and it's very appropriate that kvetching be given and taken in that regard. And what I wanted to start by asking you is, as a really a community servant, because really, as the kosher eating community and the Jewish community at large, we love this place. It's part of our home, and yet I'm guessing that once or twice over those 10.5 years, you've heard kvetching. We've kvetched to you. Is that right? As a community.
You're saying from Howard or from the general population?
No, definitely not from this Tucson.
Oh, okay.
No,
Yeah,
but in general,
Yeah.
it's probably happened that someone has come into the store, they go to the counter, or they call you up, and you you feel like you are the recipient of kvetching. Am I right? Has that ever happened?
It's been known to happen.
Okay.
Tell us what it's like. We want to hear what it's like on the other side of the kvetch.
On the other side of the Kvetch. Okay, so first of all, anyone that's in a retail business, before we talk about the kosher industry, before we talk about a small knit community, anyone that's in a retail or a service-based business and deals with people has to have I'll start with the thick skin, right? You have to realize that it's not a personal attack, right? It's somebody who has an expectation, whether reasonable or otherwise, and that expectation is not being met. So don't let it become a personal attack. Right?
Amazing.
Right.
We once had a speaker, Bracha Getz, who came to teach a class for us, and the class was called 5 Ways Not to Be Happy. And way number 1 not to be happy was take it personally.
Take it personally.
Taking it personally. Right. If you want to make sure not to be happy, take it personally. But you're
right. So
good at that.
First thing is it's not personal. It's an expectation or something that they wanted. They had an idea for a recipe or something, and we were out of stock of something, or something didn't work out. And now their whole plan is unraveled. So they're not upset at me, they're upset at a situation. So it's not something that I did wrong necessarily. At least that's the way I played in my mind, so I can always be right. I can't do it at home.
Howard's always right,
I
too, by
can't
the
do it
way.
at home,
That's
so
why
I have to
I-
do it here. Right.
No, I understand. I'm
Right.
sympathetic.
Right. I can imagine.
He's also always right.
So that's the first thing,
at the
is
moment.
don't take it personally. The other way is that you listen to what they're saying and you validate it. And not just because you want to placate them, but because you want to recognize that there's something that went
There's
wrong.
something legitimate.
There's something legitimate.
Okay.
Well, whether there's a lot of emotion that's getting mixed into it,
Sure.
realistically, there is underneath that, there is something that they're bothered by, and it's a realistic, there was a realistic expectation or even an unrealistic expectation that wasn't met. So let's at least validate it. Say, hey, I'm sorry, we didn't have this item, or you bought something and it was spoiled. These, unfortunately, are things that are going to happen. What can we do to make it work for you? Right? So try and find them a solution.
That sounds like, when I say, I just want to,
Yeah.
things like you just put two things in there.
Yeah.
First validate,
Yep.
then look to actually solve and help.
Correct.
And
Yep. But I do see that as being part in the same. So the moment that we validated, what we want to do is want to kind of turn that situation is okay, there's a negative experience that occurred, again, realistic or otherwise, how do we turn it around? How do we get this situation to turn into a positive one? And that's what needs to happen, right? So what we want somebody to do is if they're coming in with a kvetch, right, is we want to turn that around and say, and they want them to leave with a positive outcome, right? And it doesn't necessarily mean that we found the product that they were looking for that they didn't have on the shelf, but we were either able to find them a substitute or a solution, or we were able to validate them and have them feel like, hey, he understood my situation. We're going to try and find a way in the future, or maybe I'll plan my menu knowing that sometimes, we're out of town. We don't get things next day deliveries. So I view those as being part of the same.
So as a small business owner,
Yeah.
okay, the previous experiences that you've had in other business, do you think that has helped you?
1,000%. Yeah.
1,000%.
Oh yeah.
And had it just dealing with a customer.
Yeah.
At some point, though, if you're in the impasse for whatever,
Yeah.
you do catering.
Yep.
Also, but there may be a situation where the customer is not necessarily kvetching, maybe making a suggestion. Let's say, I'm going to make a suggestion.
could you help the audience understand the difference between kvetching and making a suggestion? No, this is very good. What qualifies it? When is it not making a suggestion?
Yeah, well,
and yes, kvetching.
Yeah, right. Well, it could be a decibel thing.
Okay.
No, but I think
That's important. 1 second. Let's take that and run with it.
Okay.
Do you get in your own mind?
Yeah.
Customer comes in, and they come over to you, and you see that face, and
Yep.
something's about to, and do you say, I wonder if this is going to be a suggestion versus a kvetch, or it's all the same?
No, it's completely different. Suggestions are, hey, I want, you don't carry X product. My friends in New York or Florida or Chicago have been telling us about this brand new X. Can we get it here in Denver, right? So that's a suggestion. Or, we'd love to see something new on the menu, or those things. Those are suggestions, and those are either we look into it, it either makes sense for us, it doesn't make sense for us, and even if it doesn't make sense for us, hey, we can still order you that case, but it's not worth it for us to have on the shelf. We just don't think that we're going to sell enough of it. Or we've tried it and it failed, but we can still get it for you, right? So you have that option. That's a suggestion. A complaint is, hey, or a kvetch is, hey,
Thank you.
I bought something and it was spoiled. Okay, again, it happens from time to time.
These are perishables.
Right, these are perishables, summer months, these are things, but hey, if you bought something that wasn't good, bring it back, save the receipt. We're going to replace it for you. We don't want you to, we have no interest in you having spoiled food at home. It doesn't help my business if you've had a negative experience. Turning that experience into something positive by fixing it makes the next experience better, right? And this is a great time to interject this. People tell me all the time, look, I'm part of the community. I have my friends that shop here, right? It says, well, I bought something. I don't really want to tell Shua about X, Y, and Z, right? I don't want to kvetch that I bought a package of chicken and it was spoiled, or that something wasn't good. And I always say to people, that's counterproductive. If you tell me about it, I can address it and I can solve it. Now, it might be a one-off thing, and there's nothing I can really do to have undone it, and I can solve it for you. But what I can do is I can look to the future and go, okay, wait a second. If I've heard this from 2 or 3 people, I can talk to the staff. We can fix something so that nobody else experiences it. By hiding that information, by not kvetching to me, right? And again, there's a right and a wrong way to kvetch,
right.
But by not telling me about these situations, I don't necessarily know about it. I have a big place, a lot going on. I don't see everything all the time. And so the feedback, that's what we'll call those things. Those are not, I don't view those as kvetches or complaints.
Right.
That's feedback. Hey, this and this occurred. Okay, well, that's an easy fix. I can talk to somebody and we can fix it. So there's good kvetching. In that regard, there's good kvetching, and that good kvetching actually helps us to improve our business so that the next person experiences that in a better way, and you experience it the next time in a better way.
So unbelievable. This is a great episode.
This is a great episode because here's an opportunity to say, how did I turn this possible kvetch into something positive for everybody?
Right.
Okay.
When you have someone who is so receptive to kvetching in a positive light.
I don't know if receptive to, but does...
He's a role model of getting kvetched to. What are you talking about? Did you see what he just said? I know he's from Brooklyn, he talks fast. But that was
I'm from Denver, so...
Exactly. We'll play it on a half speed for you.
Thank you.
Afterwards.
Thank you.
No, but this is a really good.
No.
The audience is encouraged, the clientele, if you're a visitor from out of town, you're going to come to East Side Kosher Deli, you're going to have a fantastic experience. If God forbid something happened, which once in 10 and a half years might have happened, that wasn't the best, you know that the proprietor is going to receive your kvetching favorably, and you're going to be validated.
Let us know about it.
Yeah. I just have to say, I think that this is nothing unique to kosher food, but everybody who works with the public should aspire to emulate your terrific attitude towards kvetching. As a recipient of a kvetching, that was I think that was really what we're looking for.
I'll take a stab, and this is something that I've seen both in my business as well as other businesses. In the industry, I'm part of a bunch of food groups, and restaurant owners talk about this all the time. Where rather than address the kvetch with the proprietor or the manager or what we do instead is we jump online, and we kvetch publicly, We kvetch publicly, and the world is a way. The world's way is that right exists for consumers to do. They can go online and say whatever they want. As a business owner, and I can tell you, at least most of the fellow business restaurants owners that I know, if you've had a negative experience, rather than jump online and bash somebody, try and talk to somebody. Now, if you don't get a positive response, or you feel like you got yelled at by the manager, go ahead. Then the guy deserves to get bashed. But if you haven't tried, first try and talk to the staff. Oftentimes, what we find in today's society is that we are. I have to take this call. Can we press pause?
I'll finish that thought for you. You can take the call, and we'll get you back on the show.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. This is the busy life of someone who serves the community by serving kosher food. And what do you think he was going to say? He was going to say, don't just rant online. Give the proprietor a chance by kvetching responsibly and giving that feedback. Oh, look at that quick call.
Okay.
Wrong call. I apologize. It wasn't a kvetch though. Okay. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, we filled in. We filled in.
Good.
It's a great point. Okay. It's part of what I think that Howard and I aspire to presenting in our podcast, which is to teach people to kvetch responsibly.
Yep.
And there's a lot of things that this episode is really bringing forward. But certainly another one is try to talk to the person. If you have a kvetch, don't just blab.
Right.
Don't just
go online.
Or go online, which is digital blabbing. Try to speak to the person initially first and see if you can help. That's part of the laws.
The problem also is once you put it out online, there's no taking it back. Right? Once it gets out there, right?
Right. So the negative,
it's out of context.
PR, it creates negative PR.
Right, and it's out of context. It doesn't present. Right. Look, if you've attempted and tried and you're basically getting stonewalled, obviously at that point, I believe, again, others can disagree, but I believe at that point it's fair game. If, on the other hand, you, instead of trying to address the issue and kvetch responsibly, we're going to go public and we're just going to blab, we're just going to bash. And again, it's not the same thing, by the way, as having a review. Oftentimes you can go to a place, including here, and you didn't feel the experience was great. So you can give me a 2 and 3 star review on Google, and that's fine. If I didn't perform up to par, but that's not the same as going online and tearing somebody apart, right? You can give somebody a fair review. That's what Google reviews or Yelp or all these things are about. Different than public fetching.
We want to encourage everyone to dialogue, communicate well. And it's so nice to hear that you're so receptive.
Right.
They're going to be heard, validated.
Right.
You're going to try to address their concerns, and I can't imagine anything would come up. But as a customer, I've been eating here since before it was your business, even, and I will continue to do so. And I believe that it's, as a community, it's really our, that this is a jewel and in the crown of Denver. I believe that in the Jewish community,
Well, right.
and we should be supportive. That doesn't mean we can't be constructive.
Correct.
We can fetch, but responsibly.
Right.
Not to
But
beat a
I'm
dead
so
horse.
glad, but I'm so glad that the hours have been expanded to what you had it before, and I think it's again serving the community, and hopefully you do a lot of business.
Yeah.
And
Howard, why don't you give our special guest a closing bracha, a blessing that he should succeed in everything he does, and we can let him get back to work
Well,
because he's
but
obviously
I'm
very
going to
busy.
start, even though I didn't eat, because again, one
You
of
had
my
tea.
I had tea, but that's not eating.
Right.
That's not eating. So
Right.
I didn't consume food. Maybe I'll join those people. But anyways, no. First of all, again, thank you, Shua.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for
doing
being on the
this,
show.
the
Thanks for
East Side
hosting
Kosher
of the
Deli.
show.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
We'll come back. We'll do another show, maybe over dinner or breakfast or lunch.
Yeah, now we go.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Then Howard could eat.
Then Howard could eat, right.
Right.
This is like sort of a quiet Kvetch. I think that's what's going on there.
Well, the kvetching is full volume. The eating is what's lacking over here.
But-
You didn't feed him.
Right.
No,
That's okay.
but that was just set up. But then again, so again, all those who are watching, listening on all your favorite platforms, thank you very much for being a constant. Again, this is our 6th episode. Please tell friends.
Like,
click.
follow, share, click, all those things.
Right.
And if you want to kvetch, send in your kvetch to Howard
No.
at cleanspeech.com, because the other thing isn't working.
Oh, wait. Do I have a?
We're going to make you one,
gonna-
because I want you to field all of the comments. Howard at, you know how to spell it, Howard at cleanspeech.com with all your kvetching. Until next time,
Okay,
folks,
thank you.
just remember,
Kvetch responsibly.
thank you again.
Thank you.
Yo, welcome to the show. It's Let's Kvetch, where mindful speech and wisdom always stretch. Rabbi Raphael, Howard on the mic, dropping Torah gems every day insight. Let's Kvetch, let's not forget. Choose words wisely, no regret. Guard your tongue, learn the flow. Jewish vibes on the podcast. Let's go. From Lashon Hara to keeping speech kind, every syllable affects the divine. Pause before you speak, breathe and reflect. Every day my Vaughn earns respect. Howard's got the laughs, Rabbi keeps it deep. Lessons on the lips for your soul to keep. We're talking truth, talking shalom by it. Heart stays soft when the tone stays quiet. Let's Kvetch, let's not forget. Choose words wisely, no regret. Guard your tongue, learn the flow. Jewish vibes on the podcast. Let's go. Rhythm of the mitzvah, speech is gold. Lesson in restraint, let the story unfold. No gossip, no hate, keep the temple clean. Listeners engaged in that mindful routine.